When NFL players get drafted, they sometimes go to the perfect landing spot for their playstyle and scheme, and they turn out to be a really great player and maximize their potential. A perfect example of that right now is with Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is not only a generational talent, but he went to a team that has perfect weapons for his style of play, like with Tyreek Hill's speed. Combine that with Patrick's arm strength, and these two make a deadly combination. Mahomes fit Kansas City's scheme and offense like a glove, and was a dream draft fit, and that's what we're going to be discussing in today's video. Are players who realistically would be perfect for a team that could draft them. For example, Jeff Okudah would be a great corner to pair with the 2019 Defensive Player of the Year Stephon Gilmore, but he simply won't be available when the Patriots could draft him at 23rd overall. And the same thing would apply with Alabama wide receiver Jerry Jeudy, with the Ravens to go with Lamar Jackson. These players simply will not be available when these teams are on the clock, so every player we discuss in this video will have a realistic chance of happening. Now before we get started though, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, as all support is very much appreciated. Now with that being said, let's begin. The first dream draft fit would be corner Jeff Okudah being selected by the Lions at 3rd overall. There is current talks the Lions could be shopping this pick if Tua's medical reports are healthy, but disregarding that for the sake of this video, and Okudah and Darius Slay would be two very deadly corners. In a division where the Lions play Stefon Diggs and Adam Thielen as a receiving duo, and Davante Adams and Allen Lazard, or maybe a new offseason acquisition for Green Bay, this fit would be great for the Motor City. Okudah is a very good corner, and if it weren't for Joe Burrow and Chase Young completely dominating the draft process, he would be shown a lot more love than what he is currently being shown. Okudah will be a very good starting NFL corner for quite some time, and if he had the opportunity to learn the ropes from a player like Darius Slay for the remaining time he's in Detroit, this could aid and speed up his development and make him a future all-pro player. I love this fit, and with head coach Matt Patricia being a defensive-minded coach, this could very well happen in late April. The next dream draft fit would be quarterback Justin Herbert to the Chargers. With the Chargers and Philip Rivers mutually agreeing Philip will not be a Charger next year, what better time to bring in a new franchise quarterback? Justin Herbert would have been a top 5 or at worst top 10 pick in last year's draft, and he will be at worst a top 10 pick in this year's draft. Herbert will not grade out as a top 10 player, but neither did Daniel Jones, and we saw him get drafted at 6th overall by the New York Giants in 2019. The quarterback position inevitably gets pushed up the draft board due to the importance of the position. Herbert to the Chargers would be a great fit, as he would get to stay on the West Coast, and with head coach Anthony Lynn recently saying Tyrod Taylor can be a starter, there's no immediate pressure on Herbert to win and start now. If the Chargers do elect to go this route, this would be similar to how Philip Rivers' career started, as in his first 2 years in the NFL, Philip threw a combined 30 passes and did not start a game. When Philip finally started in 2006, he went 14-2, and the rest is history. I'm not saying Herbert will do that and be the signal caller for the next decade and a half, or sit 2 years like Philip did, because times are most definitely different now, but it would be a great fit. The next dream draft fit would be Jerry Jeudy to the Giants or the Jets. Jerry Jeudy could easily be drafted at 4th overall or fall to 11th, where the Jets are drafting, or get taken by a team like the Cardinals in between. It would be very cool to see Jeudy go to Arizona and get mentored by Larry Fitzgerald and build a chemistry with Kyler Murray for years to come, but for this video we're discussing the Giants and the Jets. Truthfully, I think the Giants will draft an offensive lineman such as Tristan Wirfs at 4th overall, but as they proved last year when selecting Daniel Jones, you never know with Dave Gettleman in the direction they'll go. Jeudy, along with Darius Slayton, Evan Ingram, and what we have left of Golden Tate would be 3 very solid weapons for a young quarterback like Daniel Jones to work with and help speed up the development of his career. Not to mention he has one of the best running backs in the NFL behind him in Saquon Barkley. Jeudy and Saquon would be an electric running back and wide receiver combo, similar to what Odell and Saquon were back in 2018. This would be a great trio of Danny Dimes, Saquon, and Jeudy, and I really hope this happens in the upcoming draft. Jeudy makes any offense better, and him in the New York market would be very exciting times for the NFL. Jeudy going to the Jets would be key to help Sam Darnold, whose second season was hindered by some off-the-field activity that caused him to miss some games. Robbie Anderson will more than likely be leaving in free agency, and Jerry Jeudy could step in and be a 1,000-yard receiver from day one in this offense. Darnold at 23 and Jeudy at 21 would be an electric duo for the next decade, and would be fun to watch them compete with the AFC East over the course of the 2020s. If Jerry Jeudy does go to the Jets, I fully expect him to be a consistent 1,000-yard and 10-touchdown player every year, assuming him and Darnold each stay healthy. The next dream draft day fit would be Henry Ruggs to the Eagles. Given the Eagles' injuries and struggles over the course of 2019 at the wide receiver position, and Henry Ruggs to Philadelphia makes perfect sense. The only question though is, will he be available when they are on the clock come draft day? I started the video off by saying all of these have realistic chances of happening, and to be honest, I think the Eagles would have to trade up to get their guy, like they did last year with offensive tackle Andre Dillard. Ruggs will run in the 4.2s at minimum in Indy at the Combine in a few weeks, which will certainly boost his draft stock. For Ruggs' sake and how he is perceived as a pro, I hope he doesn't go in the top 10 like we saw with John Ross a few years ago, and to say the least, John Ross hasn't worked out for the Bengals. Ruggs to Philly is the perfect fit and perfect offense for him, as he wouldn't have to be a true number one receiver right away, with veterans like Alshon Jeffrey and Deshaun Jackson already there. Throw in tight ends Zach Ertz and Dallas Goedert, and Ruggs would have little pressure other than to stay healthy in Philly during his rookie season. I'm sure Carson Wentz would love a player to take the top off of the defense as well, while still having all of the aforementioned weapons. Ruggs to the Eagles is a perfect fit, and I really hope it happens. The final perfect draft fit for this video is Tee Higgins to the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills in the 2018-2019 offseason did a great job of bringing in players to help their young franchise quarterback Josh Allen out, such as Frank Gore, Cole Beasley, Devin Singletary, and John Brown. Josh Allen eventually led the Bills to a wild card appearance and nearly led them to their first playoff win since 1995. However, a missing piece of their offense is a true number one receiver and true jump ball receiver, which Tee Higgins can provide both. Higgins turns 50-50 balls into 80-20 balls and would immediately help the progression of Josh Allen out. He finished his Clemson career with 27 receiving touchdowns and became a great receiving prospect, and if it wasn't such a loaded class with names like CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Henry Ruggs, and multiple other players, then Higgins might go higher than 22nd, where he would go in this simulation. Josh Allen to Tee Higgins would not only be a problem for the AFC East, but for everyone. As we all know, Josh Allen certainly isn't afraid of taking chances, and throwing jump balls to Tee Higgins in the red zone would be guaranteed to happen almost every game. Higgins would be a perfect fit for the Bills or any other team where a quarterback isn't afraid to take chances like Josh Allen is, and I really do hope the Bills draft him at 22nd. Other great fits include Kenneth Murray to the Ravens, CeeDee Lamb to the Cardinals, and Derek Brown to the Panthers at 7th overall. Anyways, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and I appreciate the time out of your day for watching this, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day. Skol Vikes.